So here we are with the ratios. To write the ratio in the simplest form, you simply write it as a fraction and then reduce it. We have 28 elementary schools to 16 middle schools. So write your fraction and then ask yourself, what can I divide them by? I can divide both 28 and 16 by 4. So if I divide them both by 4, I have 28 divided by 4 is 7, 16 divided by 4 is 4. So there is the simplest form. So do the same for the rest of those. And then down to number 7, these are very much like the ones that you saw on the previous assignment. But yeah, the ratio of the measures of two complementary angles is 7 to 8. So if you remember, complementary means that it adds up to 90. So we take the 7 to the 8, make an equation, add them up, and equal 90. So then 7 plus 8 is 15. So we have 15x equals 90. So now we will divide by 15, and we will get 6. So divide. So we know x equals 6. So this is the multiplier that will allow us to find the measure of either of the angles. It's only asking for the smaller angle. So 7 is smaller than 8, so multiply 7 times 6. If 6 is our multiplier and 7 is our small one, 7 times 6, we have 42. Okay, so that's the same process for the rest of those. Number 9, I'll just remind you the angles in a triangle will add up to 180. So you just take 10x plus 3x plus 7x equals 180. Finish that one just like normal. Number 11. Let's talk about number 10 there. It says the ratio of the measure of the vertex angle to the base angle of an isosceles triangle is 8 to 5. So this one's tricky because you have to remember what's an isosceles triangle. And an isosceles triangle is a triangle who has two sides that are the same. So we know that two sides are equal, and that also means that two angles are equal. So if these two base angles are equal, we could say there are two of those in this triangle. So the vertex angle to the base angle, so that means 8 is the vertex angle, and 5 is the base angle. So that tells us that there will be two 5s and one 8. So you'd have 8x plus 5x plus another 5x, because there are two base angles, equals 180. Then from here you solve it very much like normal. You just, it's asking find the measure of the vertex angle. So remember, the vertex angle will come first because order is important with ratios. Okay. Number 11 is talking about the perimeter of a triangle. So you just set it equal to 215 instead of equal to 180. So moving on to number 13, these are a lot like the previous assignment as well. You just need to cross multiply. So 9 times 12 and x times 16. 9 times 12 is going to give you 108. And 16x is just 16x. So we have, doesn't matter which one you write first, but 16x, I'm going to write out the 9 times 12 to show you where it came from, but then that's going to equal 108. And to solve it for x, divide by 16, which does not divide evenly. If you divide it, you'll get 6.75. What I would like you to do is reduce all of your fractions. So you can divide both 108 and 16 by 4. So if you divide 108 by 4, you end up with 27. If you divide 16 by 4, you end up with 4. So there is the reduced fractional answer. Okay, we're going to go down to number 15 here. And when you have a binomial like this, just make sure you multiply that 7 into both the x and the 1. So you'll have 7 times x plus 1 like that equals 11 times 18. And then we will distribute in the 7. We have 7x plus 7 equals 11 times 18 is 198. And then we continue solving, so we'll subtract 7, get 191. 191 is equal to 7x. And if you try to divide that by 7, you will notice that it does not go in evenly. So when you get a decimal, just give me the reduced fraction answer. Since you cannot divide 191 by 7, it's not going to reduce at all because 7 is prime. So your answer is simply that fraction, 191 over 7. And there you go. So finish up the rest of these and turn your work into Schoology. Take a picture of both sides and submit it onto Schoology. And if you got questions, make sure you're asking, but give them a shot, get them done.